God morning, you guys. It is April 1st. We have Jesus calling. I'm calling you to a life of constant communion with me. That is a beautiful way to start off the new season episode. I was about to say year, and then I thought episode, but it was season. No, it's not season. Month. That's how it is. I'm calling you to a life of constant communion with me, right? That's what God's calling us to do today. Let's see why we should do that. Basic training includes learning to live above your circumstances. Even while interacting on that cluttered plane of life, you yearn for a simplified lifestyle, that your communication with me can be uninterrupted. But I challenge you to relinquish the fantasy of an uncluttered world. Accept each day as it comes and find me in the midst of all of it. Most people on this planet, mostly everyone, is hardwired to want peace. We're hardwired to desire joy, to desire peace, to desire these positive, beautiful traits that do come from God, right? Because we were made in God's image. And so God's saying, when you're searching for this in life, things often get so cluttered. Things often get so messy, get so convoluted, because we're trying to find joy, we're trying to find peace, but in all the wrong places, right? So we go down these different rabbit holes that we ultimately think is going to lead somewhere, but it leads to nothing but confusion, and then we're just left with a bunch of cluttered mess, right? We don't know where to go. But God says you yearn for a simplified lifestyle, right? That's what we want. Like most people truly desire that, so that your communication with me can be uninterrupted. And He's telling us that we should desire that. We should desire an uninterrupted lifestyle, so that we can get closer to God, so that we can get closer to Him, talk to Him more, have a deeper, more profound relationship with Him. Because the more clutter we have in our life, the less space there is for God, right? The more we have in our cup, God tries to pour some of His water in there, it's going to overflow, right? The cup overflows. But I challenge you to relinquish the fantasy of an uncluttered world. Accept each day as it comes and find me in the midst of all of it, right? God is challenging us to find Him even despite all of our faults, even despite all the things that we do that pull Him away from Him. God is calling us to find Him in the midst of all of that, right? Which is really difficult. It's really hard to do, but He's calling us to really just be able to locate and be able to have some sort of drive to get closer to Him, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get out of that cluttered lifestyle. That's the only way we're going to be able to grow and get better and learn more and get closer to God and become a better person, is by finding Jesus. So we have to be able to sift through and wade through all this mess, all this jumbledness that we have, that we cause most of ourselves most of the time, to be able to find Him. And He's challenging us to do that today. Talk with me about every aspect of your day, including your feelings. Remember that your ultimate goal is not to control or fix everything around you. It is to keep communicating with me. That is so true. A lot of people get into religion because they want to fix something, right? A lot of people get closer to Jesus because they want to fix something. But God's saying that should not be your goal. Your goal should be getting closer to Him. Your goal should be creating that bond and creating a relationship with God, with the Almighty Creator, right? Talk with me about every aspect of your day, including your feelings. Remember that your ultimate goal is not to control or fix everything around you. And that is so key. As human beings, we want to control, we want to fix, we want to be able to just have some sort of creative prowess, have some sort of hand on everything. But God's saying to give up, relinquish those reins, let Him take over, right? And you just focus on loving Him. It's that simple. A successful day is one in which you have stayed in touch with me, even if many things remain undone at the end of the day. Do not let your to-do list, written or mental, become an idle directing of your life. Instead, ask my Spirit to guide you moment by moment. He will keep you close to me. That is so, so beautiful. Let me reread that one more time. Remember that your ultimate goal is not to control or fix everything around you, is to keep communicating with me. A successful day is one in which you have stayed in touch with me, even if many things remain undone. Even if it's a lazy, lax day, right? Even if you basically get virtually nothing done, if you are able to get closer and stay in that relationship with God, stay in that beautiful little bubble where we can grow closer to Him, where we can learn more about Him, where we're curious, where we want to know, you've been successful, right? You've done all you need to do for that day. As long as you keep getting closer to God, you are successful. You are winning, right? No matter what. And it says, do not let your to-do list become an idol directing your life, right? Do not let some sort of goal, do not let some sort of aspiration to dictate everything you do, right? Let it be God. Let it be your relationship with Him. Let it be how much you desire to love Him, to grow near to Him. Instead, ask my Spirit to guide you moment by moment. He will keep you close to me. We need to start relying more on God and stop relying as much on ourselves, right? That beginning, I'm calling you to a life of constant communion with me. That is key. That is so important to becoming a beautiful Christian, to becoming a beautiful person, to living a better life. Let's see where this comes from. 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray continually. Then we have Proverbs 3:6, in all your ways acknowledge Him and He will make your path straight. Then we have Galatians 5:25, since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. That is April 1st. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys learned something. With that, I'll say amen.